So we're recording this, brothers. Let's see, Brother White, would you give us a starting prayer, sir?
Yes, sir, I'll do that. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us this far. Let us have a great week. Let this meeting be glorify your name. Let us share our knowledge and share our light. Let's continue to go out to the world, and be a light amongst everyone. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, so welcome everybody to the vernal equinox meeting or fall equinox meeting of the Kemetic Larger Research. Tonight we're having an open discussion on some topics. We likely won't get to them all the topics for now in future dates. The one we will address starting off today is the member benefits, stuff like that for the Kemetic Larger Research and things that we want to do to enhance the Masonic experience in our jurisdiction. So our speaker tonight and with his presentation will be Junior Warden of the Kemetic Larger Research, Brother John Love. I believe I saw Brother Portley on here, who is the Senior Warden. So without any ado, we'll take care of that. And once Brother Love's through, we'll have a question and answer, and we'll call it the evening. So Brother Love, take it away, sir.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Let me see if I can share. Sharing's not turned on. If someone could allow me to share.
I did. I just did. You should be good now.
Yes, I am. Awesome. Okay. All right. So before I share, I just want to say how this came about. So at our last meeting, we talked about a lot of different topics, a lot of different things, and one of them was economic empowerment. Some of you may remember that I ran for office last year, and the challenge of that is finding independently wealthy individuals to support. Long story short, we've got to improve our economic base. We've got to become economic independent. And with that, we've got to be able to support political candidates financially if we want to combat, stop, change, reverse the things that are happening in this country with the current administration. But it starts with economic empowerment. We can't help others if we can't help ourselves. So a while back, I worked on something and I wanted to share it with you gentlemen. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Sorry about that. Give me a sec. There we go. That's what I want to share. Something that I came up with, which is the Masonic Business Circle. I call it the Gooseneck Group for short. For those of you who are familiar with one of our past Grand Secretaries, Gooseneck Bill McDonald, you'll know exactly who I'm referring to, what I'm talking about. So the Masonic Business Circle, also known as the Masonic Business Network, is designed to connect Masons who own, co-own, or manage businesses. The purpose is to foster a supportive environment where members help each other succeed in business by encouraging mutual support and promoting buying within the network when it makes sense for all involved. At the heart of this program is a voluntary, mutual beneficial commitment. Simply, members pledge to consider doing business with fellow Masons first, as long as it's also the right choice for their own business. To join, members must be a Mason in good standing, own, co-own, or manage a business, be willing to share their business information and actively participate in the network. This ensures the network remains trustworthy, engaged, and focused on genuine business relationships. Now, the Masonic Business Circle operates through several key mechanisms. A digital directory, which is a central, easily accessible directory, such as a website, an app, or a PDF, that lists all member businesses, their offerings, and contact details. Regular meetups. The group holds monthly or quarterly networking sessions, either in person or virtually, to foster relationships, share leads, and discuss new opportunities. A commitment pledge. Members agree to buy from fellow Masons when practical and competitive. Refer business within the network and provide honest feedback and testimonials to support each other's growth. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know so I can learn and improve and get better. Now, we're looking for all different types of businesses to build a robust and diverse network. The circle is going to welcome wide spectrum, such as bookkeeping, tax services, digital media, construction and trades, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, legal services, auto repair and detailing, retail stores, health, wellness, food and catering, IT, cybersecurity, real estate and property management, cleaning and janitorial services, florists and event planners, insurance agents, logistics and courier services. This diversity ensures that members can find services and products for almost any business need within the circle. This is not a all-inclusive list. This is just an example, but we're welcoming any business. Now, membership in the Masonic Business Circle offers several key advantages. Increased visibility for your business among trusted peers, access to a reliable network for referrals and partnerships, opportunities to share resources and knowledge, and stronger bonds and a deeper sense of brotherhood among Masons. Launching the circle involves a few practical steps. One, we want to survey interest and reach out to local and regional lodges to gauge interest and gather business information. Build the directory. Start simple with tools like Google Forms, a shared spreadsheet, or a basic website. Host a kickoff event. Invite all interested business owners for introductions and to brainstorm ideas. Set communication channels. Create a private Facebook group, a WhatsApp chat, a group me, or email list for ongoing communication. And then promote success stories. Share testimonials and stories of successful collaborations to keep members engaged and motivated. The Masonic Business Circle is about more than just business. It's about building a community where Masons help each other prosper, share knowledge, and strengthen the bonds of brotherhood through mutual and ethical business practices. As you can see, is a commitment statement that we were going to ask brothers to commit to. We're not forcing anyone to do business with anybody. We're not demanding anyone to do business. We just want you to consider us for the opportunity. Kind of like the true meaning of what DEI is. That's another story. The purpose of our rules and guidelines is to foster a trusted, collaborative environment where Masonic business owners support one another, always upholding professionalism and integrity. Our goal is to create a space where members feel confident doing business together, knowing that everyone is committed to the same high standards. And incidentally, let me say this, an organization like this will also encourage other Masons to start a business, knowing that they have an avenue in which they can either find support, find customers, whatever the case may be. Now, to participate in the Masonic Business Circle, again, members must be Master Masons, good standing, recognized lodge, own, co-own, or manage a business, or be empowered to make purchasing decisions. Be willing to share business information with the group and participate actively. Again, this ensures the network remains strong, engaged, and truly representative of Masonic values. For those of you who are thinking this question right now, this is not something affiliated with the Grand Lodge, whether it's the Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Texas or the Grand Lodge of Texas. This is open to Masons, not controlled or influenced. Now, our code of conduct sets the tone for how we do business together. Very simply, integrity, all business dealers should be honest and transparent. Respect, every member deserves respect regardless of business size or sector. Confidentiality, sensitive business information stays within the group unless explicit permission is given to share it. No obligations. Again, members are encouraged but never required to do business with each other. The circle exists to facilitate, not force transactions. Quality commitment. We strive to deliver high quality goods and services, honoring the trust Masonic relationships are built on. Feedback. Members are encouraged to provide constructive feedback and testimonials to help each other grow. Conflict resolution. Disputes should be handled privately and respectably. If needed, they can be escalated to a third party or a group mediator, excuse me. Now, to keep the circle vibrant and effective, members are expected to keep their business listing up to date in the directory, attend at least one networking event per quarter, whether virtual or in person. And really, I'll get to that later. Communication, respond to fellow members' inquiries within 48 hours whenever possible. Don't leave business on the table. Promotion, avoid aggressive or spammy self-promotion. Focus on building genuine relationships. And support, refer clients, share leads, or offer advice when able, recognizing that reciprocity builds a stronger network for everyone. By following these rules and guidelines, we ensure the Masonic business cycle remains a place of trust, opportunity, and mutual respect, where every member can thrive and contribute to the greater good of the Masonic business community. These rules and guidelines aren't just about compliance, they're about creating a culture of integrity, support, and excellence. When everyone is on the same page, we all benefit from a stronger, more reliable network. We'll actively engage with broader Texas business communities by organizing joint network events with established groups like chambers of commerce, Rotary clubs. There's lots of organizations out there that we can meet with and interact with to increase our visibility. We can also host open houses and showcases at our members' businesses. That will allow us to highlight what we offer and build strong local partnerships. By offering workshops and seminars, we'll share valuable knowledge and position ourselves as leaders in the business community, leaders in the political community, leaders at large. And through community service projects, we'll demonstrate our commitment to civic responsibility, further enhancing our reputation. We're already engaged in community service projects with our respective lodges, chapters, councils, and chambers. I can't take their call either. Our resources give us a strong foundation. The membership directory serves as a trusted reference for collaborations. By pooling our buying power, we can negotiate better deals and share costs on things like advertising. We can do what other demographics, groups, communities have done and continue to do today. Our members' expertise is an asset for consulting and membership both within and outside the group. Our communication channels keep everyone connected and allow us to share our achievements and advocacy efforts widely. Like example, right now, I need a surveyor. As a collective, we have the ability to advocate for issues that matter to small businesses and to our community. By uniting our voices, we can write letters, meet with lawmakers, and participate in public forums. We can issue nonpartisan endorsements for policies that help businesses. Now, we won't be able to support individual candidates as an organization if we formalize, but we definitely can let the community know how we feel about certain issues or referendums or potential laws that come up that affect small businesses and our community. And offer educational events for our members and the public. Partnering with other business groups makes our advocacy even more effective. By partnering with the NAACP, the Deltas, the Alphas, the Kappas, the Qs, we can become stronger. All of those organizations are strong individually, but we can come together and do great, great work. Our integrity and commitment to community service makes us a credible and trusted group in the business world. By organizing effectively, we can gain access to decision makers, participate in advisory roles, and have a say in local economic development. When we demonstrate economic strength by supporting each other and local initiatives, we naturally attract the attention of business leaders and policymakers. Finally, to maintain our standing and effectiveness, it's crucial that we remain nonpartisan and focus on what unites us, business and community. Transparency in our actions and decisions is essential to building trust. Finally, by regularly engaging our members and seeking their input, we ensure that our advocacy and initiatives truly reflect the needs and interests of the entire group. Gentlemen, this is something that I've been working on. It's been a dream of mine for us to work together. I have a small business and I want to grow it. And I know there's others out there. And even if you don't have a small business, like I said earlier, you might be interested in starting one, or you know someone in your family or your neighborhood who is interested. We need to work together because everything we see in the political and economic climate in 2025 is that they are doing all they can to work against us. And that is the reason why I nicknamed this group the Gooseneck Group, because Gooseneck Bill, our Grand Secretary, first Black millionaire in Texas, would be proud of these steps that we take to make sure that we control our economic destiny and influence, if not control, our political destiny. If this is something that you gentlemen think is worthy of supporting, I ask that you just start by adding your name to the database, and very simply to become part of the Masonic Business Network. You can scan this QR code. It'll take you to a Google phone. We'll be able to collect the information, and from there, we'll be able to do all the things that I suggested in the PowerPoint slide. As far as the in-person meetings, I really recommend that we have our in-person meetings at the same time we're having our other meetings. I mean, we might be, as business owners, we should be able to find time for a cocktail hour or a dinner or something at Grand Lodge, when we go to Grand Lodge, when we go to Midwinter, when we go to York Right Week and a Council of Deliberations, we're already traveling as Masons. So it makes sense that if we're going to meet in person, and I don't expect to meet more than once a year, because virtual allows us to get a lot done and a lot accomplished. But there's nothing like, shaking the hand and talking business eye to eye with another person. We can do this when we are already meeting for our Masonic duties and obligations. So I really appreciate your time and hearing me out. I hope you are excited as I am. I hope you want to seize your economic power and not be dependent on other systems and cultures for your economic security. And I hope that you'll join me and support, if not being politically active, supporting those who are politically active, who have our community and our interests at heart. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you, Brother Love. The floor, brother, is open for questions and discussion. We just want to know what everybody thinks. It's open forum, so we speak freely here, brother. So let's get some feedback so we can see if there's something that we need to proceed with, or we can move on to our next discussion point. Brother Love, myself, I'm a entrepreneur, so I'm interested in it. I filled out my form, and we'll be looking forward to working with you. Brothers, we understand this is not something that's in place. This is something we have to build. But it's something that we're on to be a part of from bottom up, so we can start helping each other. If you don't know how to do it, then we get on a committee with us, and we all work together to get that done, and invest in other things to help us. As an organization too, we have to find ways to get and keep members, right? And that's what an organization like ours is about: getting members. Our numbers are, well, we've seen them higher, let's put it that way. So we need to improve that. But what do we have to offer an individual that wants to come in to make sure others saying you're just going to be a member? So we have to look at that stuff and try to make adjustments while making them better as well as making ourselves better. So anybody got any input?
Yeah, good evening. This is Brother Gainwell again. Firstly, want to say great presentation, and I'm happy to see that something like this is being put together, especially as I go into planning my business. So I'll definitely be taking full advantage of it and looking forward to seeing the outcome. That's all I have.
All right, thank you, brother. Let us know what you think.
I think it's a great idea because most of all, if we all work together, it's the same thing I say in my church. What's in the church, God put there for us to use. We just got to find it and nurture. In this organization, there's a lot of different people that does a lot of things, and some of them don't know what each other do. Instead of us going outside, we can just look inside, like what Brother Love is talking about. We should be all helping each other out. But most of all, it encouraged people to join, but most of all, just not to come in, like you said, Brother Henry, just to be a Mason, but to find out how you can improve even your home life as well as your any kind of life that you want to improve. That's where I feel.
Right. All right. Thank you, sir. Brother Coleman, you with us? He may be multitasking. Anybody else have any comments?
I think it's a good thing. Good evening, brothers. My name is Lee Ellis.
Good evening.
I'm in Eureka number 30, just admit to Texas. I grew up in Texas, raised in Georgia and in Lodge in Georgia. And I used to drive 18 wheels when I first got in the military, but I do a little home repair, and I think it's a good program. I like to be part of it.
All right, I put the QR code in the chat, brother, so you can hit that with your phone. Also, with this call will be uploaded to the Larger Research YouTube page within 24 hours. Also put that in the chat. It's at Kemetic Larger Research. And going forward, all of our meeting videos will be out there so that we can go and review and keep it moving. Keep it moving. All right, anybody else got any input? All right, Brother Love, we're going to jump to another topic here. This should be something that we get some talk or discussion on. So now we move, brother, to our organization and Masonic education, right? Who do we currently have any strategic Masonic education that we can offer people or offer ourselves, or what do you all think? And how can we improve that? And because stuff we do here, we can write letters, make recommendations to the Grand Lodge or to the Grand Lodge officer, say this is what the topic is. You can go look at the video, and this is something we need to improve on or even establish it. So, what do y'all think about the current? Well, we know there's really no current state of Masonic education, but how can we improve that? And what kind of steps can we take? And how would you like to see it offered? Web based? We can do videos on this forum and post them, and you can have you need your Grand Lodge member ID to get on. We create a little database for that, and if you got your membership number, we create a website or a database or videos, training videos. You can join it like that. So, anybody got any input or comments on that?
Yes, sir. This is Brother Gainwell again. What I have done for the Grand chapter and the Grand Council is a virtual classroom where we put videos up, we put reading materials in there, we have quizzes as part of that. Um, Quizzes on those materials. So far, we've received positive feedback. It's always opportunity to improve it, but just based on that feedback, I think the virtual route is the way to go, especially in this day and age. It gives people an opportunity to see their computer kind of self-pace when it comes to how they um, receive that material. So that would be my suggestion, is to make it a virtual route.
Okay. So we had a comment from the chat says, could we add education videos and slide to Grandview, make everything have it one place for the brothers? So that's a good point. We would have to see is Grandview utilizing the individual space where that could be done, right? And we also have to encourage members to use Grandview more. I don't know. I don't know what the current participation rate is or anything like that, but it's already there. And so if something we can leverage, then yes, we would do that, as well as our YouTube channel can do the same. We can make it. We can always password protect it. So uh, those are some of the things, ideas that we can put forward for or suggest.
And Google Classroom is another route. It's free. As long as you got a Google account, you can build a classroom out of it and put videos and other materials in there. So that's just another option.
Okay, we take all options, so because we can link to most of it, yeah. So I'll get with you offline, brother Gainwell, so we can look at that Google concept also. Because if it's already established, no use in rebuilding the wheel.
This is Brother Love. I think that providing information, whatever information it is that we have for education, providing it to all the brothers is essential. But I would really like the Lodge of Research to work on the worshipful masters. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of worshipful masters who are elected to position and are missing a lot of basic knowledge that they could be sharing to their craft. So again, I think the information that we put out should be in a format where it's accessible to anyone in the Grand Lodge system, like Brother Gainesville was talking about a Google Classroom. But as far as what we do once we've done that and who we're targeting, I think it might be too big to try to get all brothers to want to invest in this. But I think that we should definitely encourage worshipful masters so that they can go out and be better informed and empowered to dispense light to their craft.
All right. But will we invite just other brothers who would want to use that to consume it also?
I think the information should be available to everyone.
But geared towards wishful masters, right?
I just don't think that you can throw a lot of, it's like just throwing it all out there for everyone to get. Yeah, we can make it available, but I think that the members of the Lodge of Research can actively, reach out to those worshipful masters and encourage them. We can do a little bit more, is what I'm saying, beyond the just putting it out there for everyone. So yes, let's put it out there for everyone, but after we do that, let's follow up with the worshipful masters and explain to them the benefits and what they'll be able to do and how they'll be able to dispense light better to their craft.
You
Right.
know, Brother Love, you kind of like right on what I've been thinking about for the last 30 years. Most of our worship masters are not very much informed. And but our future masters are in the warden seats. And sometimes they really need to understand the logic of how working together work, but most of all, how they can have a basic operational lodge procedure. A lot of them don't know that, and they tend to go about what they hear and not what they actually really know. And sometimes the things that they hear are things that are out of place. So in that on that sense, I would say not just the worshipful master, but also the worship masters to be, which will be the wardens. And if you're desiring to do that, because I have asked this question of the grand lecture and stuff, that we're trying to come up with this new training for level 1, 2, and 3. And a lot of times it's being revamped, but there's a lot of people that are going to these seats, but really don't know what they're doing in these seats, and don't really know how the operation of how the Grand Lodge work or how business work. Like the opportunity that you guys are talking about doing business, some people just say they know how to do business, but really don't know what they're doing. But it tends to roll over into the lodges, and that's why a lot of the lodges are failing, because they don't really know how to run the business of the lodge. That's just my point. So I say look at the wardens as well as the worship master.
I agree, sir. That makes perfect sense.
Running the lodge is like running a business. It's gonna be ups and downs. You gotta learn. Unfortunately for that job, it's on the job learning, but you can do a couple of things to prepare. Understand the environment, how it's viewed, and how worshipful masters work with deputies. Deputies work on behalf of lodges and worshipful masters with the Grand Lodge, as well as both of them together. So it's like we can introduce some masters roundtables. I'm not sure how many past masters we have in here, but I know one thing: most past masters know what they encountered. One of the issues they had is membership, trying to add men or losing men and keeping them. So, and that's probably general across the board from roundtables that we have conducted in the past, and it seems to repeat itself. One of the things I note that a lot of lodges do, one of their issues, not an issue, but it's a hindrance. They don't transfer the information properly through the seats. For example, when you have a senior warden, he leaves to be the master. There's no turnover to the next senior warden with documentation and forms that he had. And so they start from scratch every time, and it throws you back. Whether if once you hit the master, the immediate past master give you a flash drive with all of the pertinent large information on it. We used to call it the special book. Special thing that includes the bylaws of the lodge, some exceptions that may exception to the rules of bylaws. For example, if you have an entered apprentice that was joining the lodge and he passed, you know, what the lodge do in that situation. The Grand Lodge not going to do anything. You can't bury him as a master mason, but the lodge can give his family a token, you know, but it all depends on the lodge. So handing off things like that. Also, the wishful master who's going to be the past master should have a walkthrough with the incoming master on how does he deal with the secretary and treasurer, what shape the lodge in. Not just soon as election over, nobody sees him for 6 months. And then this current master is struggling, he got to start over. So we see that a lot. And so that throws it stops progress really. So we need to find a way to make the transition smoother. That's my opinion on what I've seen traveling around for a number of years.
Good evening, brothers. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is Ronald Campbell, Rouse Pride Lodge 437, Senior Warden. I agree, and my personal mentor is past master, on a personal level, is past master Bledsoe. And we've had this conversation, probably for the last year and a half, of trying to get that knowledge to the principal officers to help the brothers understand. Because once they get in, if they're not getting fed the right way, and that's how we lose the men that we have. Instead, because you know, when you come in, you're on fire if you don't get fed, and you're more apt to kind of tailor off. But if you're getting fed and you keep that fire, that kind of fire going, but it has to be those principal officers of the lodge, the local lodge, imparting that knowledge to them, but they have to know what that is.
Can I jump in, brothers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, man. This brother, this Raymond Thompson, man, Junior
One
Ward.
second, brother Thompson. 1 second, brother Cameron. Were you done? We
Yes,
didn't
sir.
want to overrun you. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I apologize. They got music playing, and I'm
Oh,
trying
we
to
all right.
listen.
Go ahead.
But again, I'm Raymond Thompson, Eureka 30, and I'm listening to what everybody's saying, and me being a transfer, coming in from Maryland jurisdiction, coming into the Texas jurisdiction, 24th district down here. One of the problems that I don't want to say it's a problem, but the info and everybody seems to be tapping in on the same thing. Information is not always being relayed down to the. And I'm a junior warden in Eureka, and there's a lot of information that I don't get, and even when I try to get information, it's more so like do it because I say do it. Right now, my word for master, he works hard and diligent to deal with me, but a lot of things I be wanting to see. Can I see this? Can I be a part of? And I think if everybody gets the opportunity, right? And I heard somebody say, putting everything on the words for master, but and I'm not disputing that, but I do believe if everybody get the opportunity, rather you the junior warden, the senior warden, the junior deacon, if we can all just fit in and just be brothers for a change, I feel like we can learn from one another and you would get a bigger participation group, than telling one person and waiting for that one person, you don't know what's on his plate to relay all this information. And so like the way, like this Zoom meeting, I had one of the other brothers tell me about it. I seen it, but I had forgot about it. But with him not being, a warden, he was still able to, transfer this information to me so I could still be a partaker. So all I'm saying all that to say this. I do think the Zoom, I think what everybody's saying is great, but I just believe that the information should just go out to everybody. We all master masons, and let's just send it out to everybody. And then all those that want to be a part of, then they'll participate or intake. Those that don't want to, they won't do it. But if you just wait for one individual to tell it, all the time the information don't get relayed. That's all I'm saying.
It seems to be a natural roadblock when information is disseminated down. So this is why we take these topics up. So we intend to act on it. So we can come together. If you got anybody got suggestions on what should be documentation, give it to a water master, drop it in the chat. We're gonna start that process and pass it on to the grand lecturer, historian, and these people, and ask them what they intend to do about it, and see if we can get some movement and encourage lodges. Though, I know at grand session sometimes they have meetings for secretary, treasurer, wishful masters, and wardens, but is it for how to obtain and disseminate information throughout? So those are things that we'll try to pick up or help pick up around. So good points, brothers. Good chiming in, but we want action though. We're not gonna just let it die here. That's another reason why we'll upload these videos. People can go and watch, and maybe we are gonna get better. Not maybe, because we got people on here who are willing to get better. So that means we will have progress because you influence others, and that's the way this thing works out. Anybody else got any input? We got some more wardens or deacons.
Brother Tommy, this brother bless you again. I only have one thing to say. Let's stop talking about what we're gonna do and do what we be talking about.
Yep, it's coming from this end.
We got a lot of talkers out there, but we ain't got a lot of doers, So he said, faith without work is dead.
It's dead, shot.
Brother, brother bless you. This is Brother Love. I wholeheartedly agree with you. That's why I put together the Masonic Business Network and gave that presentation. And also after our last meeting, I asked our worshipful master, Tommy, if I could create a Facebook group for the Lodge of Research. And so that was created, and I encourage everyone to join it if you haven't, and share it with other Masonic brothers as well. That research is of course Masonic research, but it's also research about who we are as a people, as African Americans. There's a lot, just frankly, there's a lot of information that is erroneous about who we are and our history. And so there's some good information on there that brothers are sharing that will hopefully inspire members to go out and conduct their own research.
Yeah, that's important, Brother Love. We also encourage, don't take what we say. You gotta also go look for yourself. That way your confidence level is good with what you're receiving and what's being given. And so never just take our word for it. Go out and look at it. And that page is good. I think it's up around 70 members now, and we're still encouraging brothers to join it. Videos is on there. We posted a couple. I think Brother Jackson's lecture from Brenham is on there. A couple of things like that. But we'll take note on this, and we will work on getting some type of form and documentation put together for the Wishful Master Wardens, and try to encourage lodges to pass that along as members, go through the seats, because it's hard to start from scratch every time. It'll beat you down. It'll wear members of the lodge out, make them don't want to come. Well, that's that topic. Let's see what else we got, Brother Love. We've been a little light here, so we did membership and member benefits. That's for both the lodges and primarily for us though for the business circle. So one topic we'll touch on is the last one is our Grand Lodge building replacement. So we need some ideas on what's needed with this Grand Lodge building. It's been there for a while. I think we all who've been there see that it's worn, and renovating is an idea, but can it be renovated? Do we need another one? If so, how we go about it? We kicking around ideas, right, brother? So it's open forum. We need everybody's output. So it's not gonna get built by itself. And we the members, if it's the B is up to me, that's what we have to say. So any ideas on how we can replace that thing?
Worship Master, if I may also issue a disclaimer.
Right.
the decision for any of this is just speculation, first of
Yeah,
all. And
this we just round table.
the decision for this will be made obviously by the Grand Lodge officers and the board of directors of the
Yes.
Grand Lodge. So we're not trying to usurp their role, responsibilities, or empowerments. We're just wanting to brainstorm so that we can, you know, possibly offer some suggestions to try to improve our situation. So I just wanted to make that clear before folk they trying to tell you do your job. I don't want
Thank
any
you,
of
sir.
that.
Thank you for
Yeah.
clarifying that.
Yes.
Well, maybe nobody's interested. We keep.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My name is Brother Gordon Mack, Mount Bonnell, Lodge Number 2. I'm the junior warden. Um, may I suggest that we look into applying for grants? Right now, there are a lot of outstanding grants from the state of Texas that are available, especially for those that have 501(c) status. So I would just like to just put that on the table. Good evening, gentlemen.
So we do have a grant writing committee. I was a former chairman of it. The current chairman is Joe Scott. And I will tell you that the grant writing game is not as easy as one thinks that it is. It's not just an ability of, oh, there's a grant that we can use, and then we write the grant. The whole grant is an entire process. You have to have everything in place, the infrastructure, before you write the grant. If you get the grant, then you have to have infrastructure that maintains the rules and regulations of the grant. And then there's reporting to the money of those who gave you the grant and what you did, how impact the community. It is an overwhelming process that requires all the entities who benefit from the grant make sure that they have their information together, and then compiling that information. Plus, grants are specifics. You know, I know people sometimes see information about get a grant to start your business and get a grant to do that. They're very, very detailed and specific, and there's not just a lot of grant money flowing out there from, well, the current administration has reduced a lot of those grants. And then you have private industries, and those can be tend to be a little bit specific as well. So what I would say is if you have that interest, contact me offline or later, and we'll bring you into the fold of the grant committee because we need all the help that we can get.
All right.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir. Yes, sir. Understood.
And also, Brother Mac, we need to get in touch with you so that we can, the larger research want to work with you all to document your history and present it in the next publication. So a lot of the lectures that we've done over the past couple of years, we're going to have those published. And one of the goals is we're supposed to research the first 9 lodges in the jurisdiction. So we would like to highlight your lodge. So if you could get in touch with Brother Portley, he was down there a couple of months ago, and see if we can get that wrapped up. If we need to come there, we will, and assist in any way we can so we can present that to our jurisdiction. Because number 2, right up there, right up there, right behind number 1. So
Yes, sir. And understood. I will make sure I pass that information on to my worshipful master and senior warden as well, sir.
Okay, that'll work.
Thank you.
So one of the ideas, brother, maybe we can think of on the building is, like I say, do it like a business. Create shares for people to buy, to invest in the amount that we need to come up with, or partially what we need to come up with to raise these funds. And that way, those people, they, if you're investing in it, you got a certain number of shares, you're invited to the board meeting with the maintenance come and how it's going to be facilitated. So those type of ideas and things like that. Again, we're throwing stuff out. Brother Morris. Okay. Yeah, false alarm, I believe. All right. Anybody else have any input? Well, brothers, we ain't gonna hold you. Short meeting, pretty good though with the business circle. Like we say, we have our chat, our email address. Let me put it in the chat here. You can send an email if you wanna contact us, and we'll respond. It's Kemetic Larger Research at yahoo.com. And we'll get back to you, but we definitely will look more into the Masonic education and how we could get that posted or work with grand the uh, the grand lecturer and the grand lodge to see if they got plans or how we can assist them in making it come to fruition, and that will work.
Well, I
Brother,
thank you, Brother Tommy, because I've been calling that grand lecture almost every week, trying to, because in this district, they got me as the district lecturer. So
Okay.
I'm trying to help out as many lodges as possible, but they want, but like Brother Love was saying, we need to get everybody acclimated on what need to do, but I don't want to overstep our bounds, You know me, I can move fast, but I'll wait on I yield to authority.
Oh yeah, we these are gentle conversations, but they got to be had though. If they're
Yeah.
not being had, we'll you can throw a bunch of darts, one of them may stick, and that's all we can do is attempt and help. So, yeah, I'll try to get in touch with him too, man, and let him know that make sure he gets to go out and look at this presentation and see what he thinks, and if he needs help, we'll help him. He may not have the army that he needs, so. And I know you got a lot of documents, Bless, so go on, send them to us.
Well, back in the day, we was actually on the regional concept, and it kind of spread in masonry a lot better back when we was deputy. But hopefully that everybody that I know got an assistance. So I've been asking the Grand Master and his opinion about maybe having some extra assistant when it come down to lecture that report to this lecture that report to him to try to help out, because Texas is a big area for just one person to try to get around and
Oh
spread
yeah,
information.
yeah,
So, but
real big.
so we'll wait and see what they say, But in other words, I'm just doing what I normally do back in the day. Now
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
There you go. All right, brothers. Again, we appreciate you joining. We probably have one more before the year's out, and we'll go back to our regular lecture format with a topic, and we'll be looking at that. And we also encourage brothers and members, if you want to do a lecture or presentation, send us an email there. We'll give you a call. We'll sync up, and we'll make it happen. That's what we're here for.
Good evening, Brother Henderson Spring here. I was on the last Zoom and I was wondering how to become a member with Laws of Research. I put my information in the chat on the last Zoom. Have you yet received any information on how to become a member? So
Okay, that's on me. Then.
feedback?
Let me check it right quick to see do I see it.
that's my grand captain of the guard, boy.
Yeah,
What's
brother
going
Springer,
on, John D?
brother Springer, I put my email in the chat, thendrix3@yahoo.com. Shoot me an
Okay,
email there, and I'll shoot you an application.
got you, sir. Thank you.
Sure, and thank you. We love to have you. Any other brothers, the same way, my email is in the chat. Shoot me an email. It's fairly easy. Fill out the application. Email that back to me and pay, pay your money via the PayPal. So pretty reasonable. We don't really want you running out getting money orders and stuff like that. We just pay it online and everybody we good. It's the minimal amount. It's $33 for a full year, and we have elections coming up in November at midwinter session. So I do want to make that announcement. There is a good chance, and if you're not on our mailing list, you can drop your email address in the chat also. We're likely to have some type of social or meet and greet at midwinter session at some point. So now we will have to meet because we hold elections during midwinter session. Midwinter session. So, and all you brothers are welcome, and we would like for you to join and make this thing grow. All right. We capture these and we'll be good. And we can close out. All right. Well, Brother Love, thank you for your excellent presentation. And we'll revisit it. We know we'll communicate some of it out, and we'll see where it goes. As well as we got 2 action items, that and the action item was seeing what we can get our grand lecture them on and see what we can do about couple of Masonic education points and how we can institute turnovers from principal officers, how we can assist in that. If they call, all we have to do is tell them, hey, this is what was said on the call. Here's the video. What say you? And it's your call. So it's all good. So, Brother Bledsoe, if you would do us the honor, my past district deputy brother, of praying us out, we would appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Most precious Lord, first of all, I want to say thank you for all that you have done. Thank you for all the men that have come in to have an attentive ear to listen to what the tongue is saying. Now, Lord, let us hold this in our faithful breath, but most of all, let us not just be hearers, but doers of what we say we're going to do. Now, men are known to step up, Lord, and show out. So, Lord, but we want you to get into their hearts, have them to be the men that they say they are, have them to step up and show out and be a member of whatever you have them to do. Let it be your will. That's what we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Man. Well, all right, brothers, y'all have a good evening. We appreciate you joining, and we'll send out some communications, and hopefully we'll see each other at midwinter session. And we'll keep it pushing and make this little thing of ours a little better than we found it. So with that, good evening, gentlemen, and we'll see you later.
Good evening.
Evening.
Hey, Brother Hendricks. I don't see your email in the chat. What is it?
Let me put it, I'll put it in there again.
Okay. All right.
Brother, I put my email in there so you can send me some information as well.
Okay.
I'm the brother that came from Georgia jurisdiction, and there's some things. Brother Raymond is one of the brothers in the lodge with me. Brother Thompson. All right, I appreciate it.
Okay, I got you. So yeah, everybody who dropped their email in there, I'll send out the app to, and you can respond to me from it and ask any questions. I'll get back to you.
Thank you so very much.
Not a problem. Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Have a
sir.
good
Good night.
evening, brother. All right. Brother Love, I filled out my document, man.
Oh, I appreciate it, sir. And hey, we're gonna do it regardless. You know, even
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's just 5 of us, we
Yeah,
gonna do business with each other and we're gonna make it happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, I'll be up on it, man, and I'll post this. Like I say, 24 hours. We'll have this posted. So we'll check with you later.
That sounds good, sir.
All right,
Appreciate it.
brothers. I see you, Chris, Thurm, Brown. Y'all be safe, brothers.
I think they're away from the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, man. I appreciate it. See you later.
See you later.